Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, 2 killed in alleged shootout with security forces in St. James. 2 men are dead and a manhunt has been launched for others following an alleged shootout with police forces in Rose Heights, St. James on Thursday night. According to Deputy Superintendent Linroy Edwards, operations officer in St. James, armed men engaged the police in a gun battle during a joint police-military operation in the Sion Crescent community of the parish at about 9:40 p.m. Police say a group of men who had converged at a section of the community opened a gunfire at the law enforcers. The fire was returned, and when the shooting subsided, 2 of the men were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where they were pronounced dead upon arrival. 2 firearms were recovered at the scene. Edwards said the gunmen fired at the police from rooftops, trees, and neighboring premises in an intense battle that lasted between 45 minutes to an hour. No member of the security team was injured during the gun battle. It is reported that lawmen were still on site at daybreak as they continued their search for other suspects involved in the incident. Edwards also reported that earlier that day, in another joint police-military operation, 2 women were arrested on reasonable suspicion of being in possession of a prohibited weapon. Reports indicate that at about 5 p.m., lawmen searched a particular premises where they recovered 1 Taurus 9mm pistol along with 5 rounds. Investigations into both incidents are ongoing. Constable arrested in Seatock narcotics sting in St. Elizabeth. A constable attached to the Marine Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force was arrested on Thursday, June 20, following an internal narcotics investigation conducted by the JCF's Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch. Constable George Jr. Powell, stationed at the Port Antonio Marine Division, was arrested along with 2 other men believed to be Haitian nationals without identification. According to a release from the JCF's communication arm, a gray Toyota Hiace bus with 3 men aboard was intercepted during the operation, which also resulted in the discovery of 14 knitted bags of compressed ganja. The ganja is suspected to weigh over 500 pounds. The police say this recent arrest underscores their relentless pursuit of criminals, regardless of their uniform or position. No one is above the law, and we will pursue criminals wherever they are found, even within our own ranks. There is no room in the Jamaica Constabulary Force for individuals with a criminal intent who display a willingness to compromise the privileged position they occupy as members of our organization, the release on Friday read. We hold our members to the highest standards of conduct and integrity, and any breach of these standards will be met with decisive action to preserve the honor and the trust bestowed upon the JCF by the public. As such, we make no apology for our rigorous internal investigations and hold no embarrassment in our efforts to root out criminal behavior. The statement goes on to say that a police officer is defined not only by the uniform they wear, but by their actions and adherence to the law, and that the JCF is proud of the steps taken to rid the organization of criminal elements. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. St. Elizabeth businessman accused of illegal gun and ammunition importation freed. St. Elizabeth businessman Godfrey Martin, who was accused of being the mastermind behind the illegal importation of 21 guns and 2,000 rounds of ammunition into the island in 2022, was today freed in the gun court following a no-case submission. The 51-year-old, otherwise called Rev of Santa Cruz, was charged with a conspiracy to illegally import a firearm and a conspiracy to illegally import ammunition. In court, his attorneys Jacqueline Samuels Brown and Everton Dewar argued that there was no nexus in the case against Martin and that the matter should be dismissed. The application was upheld by the trial judge in the gun court division today. The police had reported that 18 handguns, 3 rifles, and a larger cache of ammunition were seized at a warehouse in Kingston in March 2022 after customs agents noticed anomalies. An investigation was launched, which resulted in Martin being arrested at an entertainment event in Otriel St. Anne on August the 7th that year by detectives assigned to the counterterrorism and organized crime branch. He was subsequently charged with breaches of the Firearms Act. His lawyers argued that the prosecution could not prove that Martin was linked to the importation. Submachine gun seized in downtown Kingston. A submachine gun was seized by the police in downtown Kingston Friday afternoon. The weapon was seized after police retrieved a bag dropped by one of two men who they accosted in the Railway Market in the Kingston Western Police Division. Reports reaching the news are that around 1:10 p.m., a foot patrol team from the division was in the market when they noticed the two men. The men, the police said, were acting in a suspicious manner. One of them reportedly had a blue bag in his hand. The officers accosted the men and they dropped the bag and ran, the police said. The bag was retrieved, searched, and allegedly found to contain an Intratec submachine gun with 3 rounds of 9mm cartridges. The two men managed to escape but are being sought, the police said. 11 newborns is safe after fire at a Mandeville hospital. The Southern Regional Health Authority is reporting that all newborns on the neonatal intensive care unit at the Mandeville Regional Hospital in Manchester are safe following a minor fire at the facility on Friday morning. In a statement on Friday, CEO for the MRH, Alwyn Miller, explained that about 3:45 a.m., staff members were alerted by smoke coming from a ward which houses the NICU. Investigations revealed that smoke was coming from an uninterrupted power supply device, which resulted in a minor fire, the statement said. The fire department was contacted and the fire was extinguished. Staff members immediately removed the 11 neonates and relocated them to an appropriate area of the pediatric ward, SRHA said. It added that, following an assessment, all newborns and the staff members are safe. The SRHA said the facility has assessed the situation and it is being rectified. Usage of the air is to resume before the end of the day. PNP's Dayton Campbell wins a defamation lawsuit against Karen Cross. General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell, has won his legal battle against the former party activist Karen Cross. A Supreme Court judge on Friday ruled in favor of Dr. Campbell in his multi-million-dollar defamation suit filed against Ms. Cross. The matter is now set for assessment to determine the amount of damages to be awarded to Dr. Campbell. Dr. Campbell had filed a lawsuit against Ms. Cross and 2 other women, including a blogger, in 2022, claiming that the defendants published defamatory words in relation to him using email and the social media platforms YouTube and Facebook. In his application, the PNP General Secretary had asked that the defenses of each of the 3 defendants be struck out, that judgment be entered against them, and that damages be assessed. He also applied for a permanent mandatory injunction redirecting the removal of the social media post, which alleged grave misconduct by him. Lawyers for Dr. Campbell had referenced the letter dated March 16, 2021, which was published by Ms. Cross, that contained damaging claims against him. He claimed he was defamed by the letter, distributed in Jamaica and worldwide by email and on social media, including Facebook. After hearing the application by Dr. Campbell, the judge rejected the defense of Ms. Cross and the other 2 defendants. The judge found that allegations made by Ms. Cross were defamatory, as she failed to back up her claims with any evidence or witness statements. The judge also pointed to a report by the police that they found no evidence of the claims made by the political activist who was expelled from the PNP in 2021. The next step is for damages to be assessed. The judge also ordered that the claims posted in social media by Ms. Cross be removed immediately and that the 3 defendants are restrained from publishing or communicating by social media or any other media any further words of the same or similar content as the videos and the post which were the subject of the claim. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.